can understand it. You speaking outlandish, I'ma show you how to make it all work. Another planet, it's a short-term goal for me. A record soul for me, it's just more of me in your ear. For you to hear Kendrick persevere, defenses I fear relentless. Ambition with a clear vision. Taking off, I ain't taking off these pistons. For you taking off on the persevere, defenses I fear relentless. How much ambition with a clear vision. Taking off, I ain't taking planet, it's a short-term goal. No sky is the limit, I'm past that, now past that. Award not 1 but 4 times 2 plus yours.
I see myself performing that. Sold out shows where the room is packed. Sitting at the Grammys winning 5 awards. See myself on big billboards. Traveling around the world with endorsement deals. Can't imagine how it feels. That's why I'm smiling every day, because my dream ain't far away. I'm so high I can touch the sky. I know it's my time, and it's now or never. Shine so bright, I light the night, and it feels so right. Ain't nothing better.
You looking at me and you tell me I'm blessed. Calculated my steps, my heart, my breath. Breathe lungs of a victory and vividly.
Yo, shoutout sa isang viewer dyan. Dilag. Thank you sa pagtambay sa stream. Uy, ay ba't? Uy, block.
He's excellent at intercepting passes. I mean, that seems to be his calling card defensively.
Here's Smith after the made shot from Andrews. Udo dishes to Smith. And he hits the jump shot. Let's take this opportunity to show you the teams that have been the best three-point shooting squads over the last 10 games. The 76ers third.
They've been really pleased, Kevin, with their three-point game. It's working better for them thanks to some adjustments they've made in their transition game.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Pachulia, who's checked in for Utah. John Henson comes in for...
Kevin, with their three-point game. It's working better for them thanks to some adjustments they've made in their transition game.
Big substitution.
Pachulia,
John Henson
real
comes in.
plays Kevin, with their three-point game. It's working better for them thanks to some adjustments they've made in their transition game.
Ilyasova. And Antetokounmpo's checked in for Carlos Delfino. And Luke Ridnour subbed in for O.J. Mayo. 1:43 left to play in the first quarter.
Well, after a brief two-year drought, the Bucks got back to the playoffs this past season, but it wasn't pretty once.
Here's Smith, averaging 8 points a game. Smith off a pick from Mayo. And it's Smith penetrating. It's Delfino outside. Shot's good. Delfino's got himself on the board with 3 there. Back to the Bucks in the playoffs. In every aspect, they were overmatched by the Heat, and no one really thought they would upset them. But many thought, Steve, that they would at least get a game.
Well, I wasn't one of them, Kevin. I thought they were overmatched from the start. And you could tell in that series, Miami wasn't even interested until the fourth quarter. They knew they could just flip a switch and beat this Milwaukee team. And that's exactly what they did.
Andrews in at shooting guard. Kwame Brown is out there with Noel. Then it's Carter Williams. And it's Young in at the 3 slot. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. A chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Thanks, Kevin. The Beast in their last.
Ayusin lang guys. Hello, 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 Mike. Hello. Okay.
Last matchup against the Raptors delivered quite a performance. He ended with 41 points and played some lockdown defense as well, causing havoc on both ends of the floor. Absolutely incredible numbers from him in a monstrous game.
Appreciate it, Doris. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players have a lot of great games, but that Clark was something special.
Kevin, it really was. I mean, they threw everything but the kitchen sink at him, and nothing slowed him down. But let's just say he was really good.
Smith kicks to Delfino. Puts it up. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Delfino's got 5 points now this quarter. Looking at the last game for Milwaukee, it was a loss to Portland.
Well, with the number of turnovers they had in that game, guys, it was going to be an uphill battle all the way. Well, especially, Steve, when you couple the turnovers with the soft defense they were playing. I mean, that's a bad combination. Turning it over and then not defending.
Bucks trail by 5.
Well, Epe looks to be a guy that really is never going to add much to his game offensively, but he'll always have a place on a team because of his versatility as a defender, his ability to guard with those long arms. I mean, he knows what he's doing out there on the defensive end.
And now Philadelphia on the break. Pass to Andrews. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Look at Philadelphia. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. And, of course, Milwaukee, 8.5 games behind them.
I think looking at the Sixers, quite honestly,
Yes,
guys, they're
going
playing a
hard.
brand of basketball that very few people thought they were capable of playing at any point this season. Never mind right from the start. And for a team that might not have the talent of some of the other top clubs around the league, getting off to this good start has been critical. I think a slow start might have doomed them.
And back to Udo. Long arms, over a 7'4" arm span. A great
nice
help
one.
defender. Clark, he always is working on that weak side.
I like his aggressiveness, Kevin, in protecting the rim. I think
Nice one.
he can do a better job of rebounding the ball. He was last season 35th among power forwards in rebounds per minute. That's a ratio that should improve. I like his upside.
Mayo, that's good.
That finish brings me back to the old days, the silky smooth finger roll.
A different look from Milwaukee.
Lamang tayo.
1:21 left to play here in the second quarter. Ilyasova. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
No foul.
Anderson's got
No foul
3
yun.
rebounds so far in the game. They're getting their first look of the season at the Bucks in this one.
Well, last year's season series between
Well,
them was
but-
a battle of
but-
two of the NBA's mid-level teams, and they didn't get the better of him. In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled. After digging themselves that hole in the first quarter, this club is starting to shoot the ball much better now.
Foul.
Yeah, you know, sometimes it takes a little while to work out the knots. I mean, they're starting to put it together.
These guys were a tough opponent for them last year, Clark, like Steve was just saying.
Yeah, when you're so evenly matched,
Bakit yung shooting natin?
it doesn't make you feel that good to have dropped most of your games against them because you feel like you should at least win some of the games you play against this team. I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Passes it to Andrews from downtown. Milwaukee with the rebound.
Well, his shot's been off today, no question. He's not the guy they're going to want to look to if they want to keep this lead
Hindi
where
na
it
pa
is.
parang...
They'll be at home for the next game against the Bobcats. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Shot and game clock separated by 5. There's the bucket. Good.
It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but now he's definitely found his stride and rhythm.
Carter Williams kicks to Anderson. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Anderson's got 6 points in the quarter. Here comes Brandon Knight.
Double, double, double.
1 second left. No luck. Close game as we wrap up the second quarter. 76ers on top. They lead by 2. And coming up after the break, it'll be Damon Bruce breaking down all the highlights from the first half of play.
Now, presented by Sprint.
And welcome to the halftime show. A close game right now out at Wells Fargo Center. It's a close game for the 76ers going up against the Milwaukee Bucks. They're off to a good start this season, playing with confidence. They haven't settled on tough shots. They're taking it strong inside. They're getting quality shots and a lot of quantity of those quality shots.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The statue of its founder, William Penn, our view. You gotta like what Jason Richardson has done in this game.
He went off in the first 2 quarters, guys, as he's capable of doing. We might see some changes here in the defensive approach they use on him in the second half.
Yeah, they got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him like he has been.
Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Larry Drew. Mayo and Delfino are the wings. Udo out there with Ilyasova. And it's Smith in at the point guard. Young's shot is off, and that's a foul called on the Beast. That is his first foul of the game. Milwaukee's gotten fewer than half of their 3-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Ersan Ilyasova, a rare breed, a stretch four who's also a big factor on the offensive boards. Ersan said, that's part of my game, to be active. Some nights you aren't going to hit those shots, but if I have this in my pocket, just go in there and crash on the offensive glass. It's all about second effort. Guys?
Well, it seems he can do both, Doris. His role is steadily growing, too.
You know, the Bucks were the last team to make it into the Eastern Conference playoffs, and part of the reason that happened was because they didn't really do well against the Eastern Conference. 24 and 28 against the East.
And that kind of power move has become a trademark for him.
Clark, as you were saying, the rest of the Eastern Conference got the better of the Bucks. Had they been a little tougher against some of the lesser teams in their own conference, they might not have had to deal with the Heat in the first round of last year's playoffs.
Well, the Bucks tried to mix things up last year. Remember, they made the big trade at midseason, too, going for J.J. Redick and moving on from some of their young players. And I think that changed. And, of course, the coaching switch from Scott Skiles to Jim Boylan. So they lost some of their momentum.
O.J. Mayo is out of USC. He's in his 6th season in the NBA, fellas, and he was considered the top player in his high school class. Very, very highly regarded. He's yet to be a star at the professional level, but I think he's looking to solidify himself as a quality starter. Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Yeah, they're lucky that they didn't get burned on that one.
First minute and a half of basketball here in the third quarter. Young with the steal. They push it up 4 on 3. Andrews passes to Carter Williams. There's Noel. Up and in on the way up. And the 76ers lead by 1. Guys, what a back and forth game this has been.
You know what? You're right. Neither side has been able to hang on to the lead for any kind of time at all.
Yeah, you're right. Plus 7 lead changes already.
Smith dishes to Ilyasova. Uncovered. That one off the back iron and out. And for O.J. Mayo, 6'4" player. Some people saw him as a guy who could play point guard, shooting guard. He's just a player, though. He can do a lot of things.
He's a decent ball handler, but he's a shooting guard. I mean, he can be a little bit of a combo guy, but for the most part, he's out there to score. And most of those
Kailangan ni Michael Carter Williams. Pero ito yung rookie year niya. Saan siya naging
and you take a look at the statistics. This club is shooting 74% as a team.
Good on both.
Pero hindi na-adapt ng 2 weeks
Bucks trail by 3. Smith outside. Smith off a pick from Delfino. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. What a recent stretch it's been for these players. They're the NBA's leading scorers over the last 10 games. As you look at the Beast, second in the league, having an excellent season.
Kevin, you know, the season is 82 games long, and anything can happen. But I tell you what, if he keeps scoring like this, the rest of the season is going to look very good for his ball club.
Shot on the way. Green for 2 points. The Beasts got 6 points in the quarter. Milwaukee's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Here's Smith. Lays in with a nice touch off the glass.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
No question. Pound it into the painted area and continue to put pressure on that defense.
Here's Andrews. Again, Philadelphia.
It's the kind of finish we've gotten used to seeing from him in the low post.
Floater dapat yan, pero
Action in just under 3.5
score
minutes
sa score.
Smith throwing
Double,
feeds it to Ilyasova. All alone. No good. And it's Philadelphia the other way.
Stats.
Screen for Carter Williams. Excellent D there for Mayo.
Had a pretty good look at the basket, but defensively they did a nice job rotating, forcing the miss.
And it's Smith penetrating, picked away. Now the 76ers on the break. Shots good.
Oh, you know, rip.
The Beasts got 18 points.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
Now the story is points in the paint, Clark. I mean, they're getting point-blank shots every time
I
down.
know that.
Smith outside. Delfino. Delfino gets a screen from Udo. Shot clock at 6. Out of bounds.
Misko. Nice.
Well, early on in the season still, but Kevin, it's time to take a look at where the 76ers sit right now in the league stats. First in fewest turnovers again. Second in blocks. And they're ranked third in field goal shooting. This team has a lot of weapons, and guys are not afraid to share the ball to get good shots.
And what's most impressive out of all those numbers, Clark, is the few turnovers that they commit. Because now all of a sudden you're executing, you're putting a lot of pressure on the defense because they know
Sa third quarter,
a lot of steals and
hindi
get
na
out in
namamasa.
transition to find easy points.
Now let's send it to Doris on the sideline.
Well, Kevin, a curious signing for the Bucks this offseason, bringing in Pachulia on a 3-year mid-level type deal. This is a team that already had a logjam in the front court with Sanders, Henson, Ilyasova, and Drew Gooden. The Bucks traded away promising forward Tobias Harris last year for what became a couple of second-round picks. They did much the same with Mbah Moute. It's all about getting the most out of your assets. Guys, we'll see how the Bucks do shuffling their pieces around.
It'll be interesting to see. Thanks, Doris. Mayo defended by Andrews. That's tipped. It's stolen by Carter Williams. No good from Andrews.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
A different look from Milwaukee. Gary Neal's checked in for Delfino. Brandon Knight comes in for O.J. Mayo. And Walters checks in for Ish Smith. Here's Walters. Turner covering. Knight kicks to Walters. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shot to stop the drought. Knight. Here's Udo. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. To the paint. Here's Anderson, and out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
Doon ka na eh. Ang buwan nito ah.
Knight with it. No good. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. 76ers.
Wala, labang. Labang pa rin tayo 11 points.
You're watching.
Want to be a part of the action? Then come out to a 76ers game and catch all the excitement live. The Beast at...
And we welcome you back to more NBA action. Players looking hydrated and plenty of Gatorade to help them get their job done tonight. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the 76ers.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
You also can't overlook how well they defended the rim, as they've challenged virtually every shot in the paint.
Our
Defensa,
fourth
defensa
quarter
ba?
underway, presented by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. Taking a look at the 76ers. Andrews, he's in a shooting guard. James Anderson is out there with Arnett Moultrie. Then there's Spencer Hawes, and it's Turner in at the point guard. Shots good from Andrews.
Well, it took him a long time to get that three-point range. Maybe this will get him going.
Bucks trail by 12. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need that.
And it's out of bounds to the Bucks as Milwaukee retains possession.
Hello.
Milwaukee
Hello.
making a switch here.
Salamat sa pagdalaw sa screen.
Ridnour from outside.
Na-enjoy mo like mo
Milwaukee. No good that
like
time.
mo tong stream.
I'd love to see them impose their will a little
Na-try
bit
ko lang
more
mag-stream
on
na yan.
the court. Usually that's a great way to take
NBA
control of the game.
2K14 na
They
Mycareer.
haven't been able to do that yet, but it's something they're certainly capable of.
Allen's shot is off.
He operates pretty well in traffic, guys, but that was a tough play to finish off.
He kicks to Ridnour. Yes, and Knight with the assist that time. Knight's got his third assist on the night.
That was some skill there. Nice use of the bounce pass.
Andrews passes to Allen. Rejected by
Pa?
Udo.
Hindi ko na pinasa.
Neal dishes to Knight. And Turner with the block.
Ooh. Easy. Pati na oras. Sa lamang.
He passes to Andrews.
Almost.
And that one's good. The Beasts got 25 points.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major
Malinaw
smash
na.
mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old
Wala,
school,
gigi na pa.
physical play in the paint. Dominating.
Pasok mo pa.
Again, Philadelphia.
Well, after all those struggles in the first half, he has really picked it up here in the second.
Bucks trail by 13. Timeout called the Bucks.
You know, he just isn't pleased at all with the looks they've given up defensively inside. So I think this timeout is all about trying to get his group to tighten up defensively.
They just don't look very sharp to me on the defensive side.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Larry Drew said to his team. He's not pleased with the careless turnovers offensively, saying, listen, we've got to get shots. It's as simple as that. We have to play smart
Ilas, kunin nyo na akong player.
basketball. Kevin, did it sink in?
Down low, Carter Williams.
Uy! Ang
Ridnour
ganda
with
na
the
ng
rebound.
pasa ko para sa'yo.
What appeared to be an easy 2 points just
Bakit?
never materialized.
Bakit?
Here's Knight. Good. And the assist goes to Ridnour.
Man, a gaping hole in the
Sinayang
defense
mo.
that time, and he didn't waste any time getting through it.
Here's the Beast. Defended
Oh.
by Ilyasova.
Ay,
No
bad.
good from Andrews. The dish now to Ilyasova. Shoots it up.
Ah,
And
kumelo pa.
good. He nails
Sayang.
it.
His shooting has been so good today. He may have to take it upon himself to try to get his club out of this hole.
On the wing, Turner.
Tatlon.
Defended by Delfino. The
Pas mo.
turnaround. The shot by Turner, no good.
Matatalo
Bucks
pa.
trail by 9. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth.
Oy!
Knight kicks to Udo.
Loose ball.
And Philadelphia grabs the miss.
Easy.
The Beasts
Easy
got
ah.
a rebound tonight.
Easy. Kalma. 2 minutes.
Right a screen. And there's the pass to Andrews.
Ay,
Delfino
tubo.
with the steal.
Ay, bad.
Ridnour against Turner. Now Knight. Ridnour passes to Knight. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession. And the
Nice
Bucks making
one.
a change here. Philadelphia leading by 9.
Epic. Epic.
Andrews passes to Carter Williams. Carter Williams off the pick from Andrews. Right through the knee for the layup. The Beasts got 29 in the game.
Ni
At the
LeBron
offensive
James.
end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Knight kicks to Mayo.
Na LeBron James.
Silly pass.
Uy! Ah!
And goaltending is going to be the call.
Di
So they get the
nagkasundo.
basket there anyway.
Aray
He
ko.
thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
And you can hear the reaction of the fans to that call.
Well, it's obvious they did not like it, Steve.
Carter Williams, the pass to Andrews. No good on the triple.
Bakaw,
Bucks
bakaw.
trail by 9, and here they come. Delfino kicks to Mayo, and that's a foul called on the Beast. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Kumagat.
They tried to step in.
Bakit ako kumagat
Just not
doon?
quick enough.
And we have the benefit of replay, but I think they got that one right, which is the case most times, even though fans don't think so.
Uy, man.
Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession.
Kita na nga kami. Mas taka sila.
Pass. I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
The 76ers leading by 9. Outside Taylor. Pass to Andrews. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. There's Noel.
Okay.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
If you look at Noel, guys, he's an athletic, bouncy,
Aray
6'11"
ko.
big man with a 7'4" wingspan. No wonder he's been a dynamic shot blocker before he arrived in the NBA, and now it's just a matter of getting bigger and stronger.
You know, I love the fact that he's always turned up. His motor is excellent. Now, he's got to recover from that ACL injury, but I tell you what I saw of him as a shot blocker, a guy who runs the floor, rebounds both backboards, and is a pretty good passer right now, and I think will smooth out and expand
Kaya
his
panalo na kami,
offensive game.
guys.
Keep an eye on his development. He could be a
Panalo
very
na,
impactful player.
guys.
Passes to Andrews. Dishes to
Uy,
Carter Williams.
bakit dun?
Young. And the layup's
Nice one.
And the
Ano?
76ers lead by 10.
And the fans loving what's transpired here tonight. A really good victory for these guys.
Sure was. I mean, they did just what they needed to do to keep the visitors from getting any
Pag-asa pa,
momentum
guys.
going at all. Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
The pass to Andrews.
Two.
He feeds it to Carter Williams. 5 on the clock. And stolen by
Ah! Panalo naman eh.
Now here's Ilyasova. Defense right
Or,
on. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
Not the best shot. Long range and with a
Ang
defender
bagus
right
to.
in his space.
Defensively, that's the kind of work he's known for. I mean, he loves to lock you up.
Boy, they're extending their lead. It kind of feels like they're just piling on here as we come to an end.
Well, hey, let's just call it what it is. They are trying to run it up on him.
Here's Walters. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
Now it's time to say so long. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game, the Beast.
Like the legend of the phoenix, all ends with beginnings. What keeps the planet
Enjoyin
spinning?
muna natin yung kanta.
The force from the beginning. Look. We've come too far to give up who we are.
Next game tayo. Next game tayo, guys. Yung sapatos ko na pink, inspired yan sa KQ.
You ended up with 32 points tonight. The team relied on you for
Laro
that
Nike,
coverage
chest of
offense. Would you agree
dragons.
with that?
Sparks gonna be square against some PG.
I could agree with part of that. I think that I scored my fair share of points, but I don't think the team was relying on me to do so, not by any means. We had a great game plan and we stuck to it out there. So scoring points wasn't really an issue for us. I felt that I had an edge in my matchup, so I just happened to be the one finishing a lot of our scoring opportunities.
Ay,
But I
so,
wouldn't say the team was relying on
salamat
me
sa
at all.
pagtambay,
It's just how the game got
Reynolds.
played out.
Shout out, Miss Reynalyn Rostata. Thank you sa pagtambay. Thank you sa pagtambay sa stream. So 13-1 na tayo. Good. Key game yung laro natin. Importanteng laro to. Hindi natin manalo dito.
Hey, yo, we
Pero
all know
sure
Granger's
naman
gonna
panalo
try
tayo
and
dito.
create, but we have got to lock him up. Right from the tip, baby. Let's shut him down, all right? And let's get that win.
We can tell who's on their minds now. Welcome, everyone.
Shout out
This is
sa
what you've been
3
waiting for,
viewers natin.
the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. Now a chance to check out our starting lineups. And guys, what are we going to be looking for in this one from the Beast?
And offensively, Kevin, he's got a lot he can bring to the table, given the situation. You know, he can give you... +20 without showing you the same move twice. And it's that varied offensive game that really keeps defenses off balance.
And, you know, against him, Steve, as an opponent, you need to make sure you're making smart, crisp passes because he's so good at picking off the sloppy
Uy,
loose.
may bad.
We'll see the Indiana
Bad
Pacers
pass, ano yun?
defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. And this is the first season matchup for them against this 76ers team. This team matched up so well during the regular season last year, splitting their 4 games. This should be a terrific battle.
And I'll tell you what, even though they looked like the better team a year ago, they only managed to split the season series. Heard the whistle and still kept his focus, able to knock that down. And that is not easy, Steve. I mean, to take the bump, to maintain control of your body, and put it in the hole, tremendous play.
Now here's Turner, the 15-footer, misses off the right iron. Clark, if you don't make the playoffs and a team you handle all right does, I mean, that gives you a little confidence that you can be among those 8 seeds next time around.
Kevin, I think it should give you some confidence. I'm sure both teams have that as their goal, getting to the playoffs, and they've shown us some
Uy,
great games in the
grabe.
past
Yun,
when
nice.
they've met up. This should be
It's
a lot
part of
fun.
the plan.
To go.
You know, it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game. I agree. It settles a team down offensively, and you establish success in the post. That
Vision
forces the
tawag yun,
defense
pa.
to make some adjustments.
Now here's Granger.
Sinadya kong pamintis yung pasa para mapaganda yung
First
stream.
points in this one.
Para maganda yung kwento.
Mix it up defensively. That was just too easy. Boy, there were a bunch of problems for Philadelphia last season, and a lot of them stemmed from the inability to score. Problems on offense typically make it harder for you to defend effectively,
Napainit
but
pa.
also make it tougher
Napainit
for
pa
you
natin
on
yung
the road.
baga.
Hill inside. Young's there. And the call
Ay, for yun,
is Thaddeus. That is his first foul of the game.
Tough call
Offensive
there,
yun, ah.
tough break for the defense. But you know, I think you could still see him kind of sliding in there. I don't have a problem with the call.
Ay, for yun, ah.
That is his first foul of the game.
Tough call
Offensive
there,
yun, ah.
tough break for the defense. But you know, I think you could still see him sliding in there.
Granger passes to West. puts the lead pass in front of him. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Danny Granger, the bucket on the assist from Roy Hibbert. Granger's got 5 points so far. And Clark, to the point you made about the 76ers, scoring was hard enough for them at home. But with 20,000 people booing you and playing on foreign rings, Steve, it got that much tougher for him away from Philadelphia.
Well, let's be honest, Kevin. The whole season went down the drain with Andrew Bynum's injury because the team was going to be built around him. And when you can't throw the ball in the low post,
Yari ka sa akin.
you've given up your athletes on the perimeter. Now you have no identity. And I think that was the issue for Philly last year.
Guys, that's simply superb.
Hindi na natin i-replay yun. Pwede tayo dun.
Exactly, Clark, what they want, the aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
Now, that's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
Yari ka sa akin. Yari guys. Hindi na natin i-replay yun. Pwede tayo dun.
Exactly, Clark, what they
Lang.
want, the aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
Now, that's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable.
And here are the 76ers now. The Pacers making the shot. Here's Andrews. Another miss by
Struggling pare.
It is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
Hill kicks to Jordan.
Init sila ngayon first quarter. Bawi tayo, bawi.
Granger. Granger left side. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
First miss of the game after 4 makes, so it's been a hot start.
Uy, grabing depensa yun.
Turner would have, but as a season like that, lucky break for the defense that he missed it. He went on. He played his way into the rotation by earning the trust of his coach.
Turnovers
He made
agad.
some good strides in his game.
Medyo hindi good ang start.
Back in 2010, Clark, it seemed NBA stardom awaited, but so far, it just hasn't worked that way.
It's still on the horizon for him. You got to remember now, he's only in his 4th year. He's a terrific ball handler, rebounder, 6'7", can play the point forward position for you. The Sixers traded away Iguodala and handed him the reins, and I think sometimes you can do that prematurely. And it'll be interesting to see how Evan steps into that higher expectation role now.
Here's the Beast, defended by George. The shot's good from Andrews.
Tell you what, he is so difficult to guard, especially on a shot like that one.
So for the 76ers, their last game, a win against Milwaukee.
That was an impressive defensive performance. The athleticism, the intensity, the energy, really shutting their opponent down.
And Steve, that was reflected in their block total. I mean, they were extremely disruptive, equal parts hustle, muscle, and smarts.
On the wing, Turner, tipped away. It's stolen by Hill. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. The fast break ends at the rim with the jam. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Pacers.
Boy, their frenetic defense has really been impressive, putting a lot of pressure on ball handlers and turning them over.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Shot's good from Andrews. The Beast's got his second basket of the night.
Gagawin natin lahat.
And here is the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's top rebounding teams this season. The Pacers in 5th.
Yun. Buti yung second unit natin.
We're a little over a minute and a half in.
Bumawi para sa atin.
Lando Johnson is out there.
Medyo struggling.
And it's Granger in at the 3. That's the Pacers 5. Turner gets the screen from Andrews. Outside Turner, just 5 on the clock. The Beast.
Counted mo.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
You know, in order to win your division, you have to be able to win games against the rest of your conference, and that's exactly what Indiana did last season. A tough team in a tough division, and they gave no ground to other teams in the East.
First free throw is good. And the Pacers, as you mentioned, Clark, very solid against the other teams in the East as they would cruise to a 31-20 record against the rest of the conference.
And really, that's because this team is built to handle anything that's thrown at them. Kevin, it's a big, strong, kind of old-school team. They'll pound you inside, they rebound, they protect the paint. There aren't a lot of matchups that seem to bother this team.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Britt.
Uli.
Thanks, Kevin, the Beast, in their last matchup against the Bucks just played phenomenal. He ended with 32 points, and part of that scoring came from beyond the arc, adding a few threes to his already impressive season total. His coach said when he gets in the zone like he did, there is no stopping him. Just a dominating display from the star we're accustomed to seeing, Kevin.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a role like that tonight.
I agree with you there. I mean, he obviously hit on something that brought out the best in him, and you can be sure he's going to take the exact same approach in this one.
Definitely. And as confident a player as he already was, now he's got to be feeling absolutely unstoppable.
I'll tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Hill with it. Coming off a stellar performance against Boston. Pass to Granger. They get it back. Here's Johnson, and there's the rejection. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Let's take a look at the 76ers. Things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. And checking out Indiana, 8 games out.
Well, right now for the 76ers, they've actually taken the NBA by storm since the season kicked off. They put themselves right in the mix with the league's top teams when most people thought they'd be bottom feeders.
And I know it's early, Clark, but the way they've looked, I think they'll be in that mix all the way to the end.
Well, guys, for the Pacers, it's been a slow and long
Defensive
climb
foul yun.
from at the Palace back in 04.
Tapos tatawagan mo ng blocking.
Terrific young team, fresh off a strong showing in the Eastern Conference Finals. We can finally say the Pacers are back, and they're going to be around for a while, contending for championships.
And for the Pacers, ever since that unfortunate night in Detroit, the attendance in Indiana has sagged. They've been at the bottom half, percentage-wise, Steve, for the last 9 years.
Well, it's time for the fans to come back, Kevin. This is an elite team. They've got really high character, good guys. Ticket prices are about 60% less than the league norm. One of the best arenas in the NBA, and hey, it's Indiana. I mean, this is a basketball state.
Outside Hill. Lets it go with a 3. It's rebounded by Carter Williams. Carter Williams has got 3 rebounds now in this one.
You've got to like what they've been doing down there in the low post, Clark.
Deceiving play. Kala nila sa akin yung play. Hindi nila alam.
Easy bucket in the lane.
Hindi sa akin yun.
Defense simply has been lifeless.
Right side George. Right side George. There's the feed to Scola. He's against Hawes. Scola kicks to George. Lets it go from the wing. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net. Well, it's not often you find a player like Paul George who, as tall as he is, can play 2 guard. But
Nag-agawan pa kayo.
you're going to see some really big numbers in rebounding from him, and that's what George does. He wants to average double-digit rebounds.
Kwame Brown, who's checked in for Spencer Hawes. So it's the Pacers now. They trail by 7. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
I'll tell you what, the way they shot the ball in that game, Kevin, it looked like a shoot-around out there.
It sure did, and all the more impressive because they did it on the road. You're not supposed to be able to get that hot in an opponent's building.
And Clark, you mentioned the height of Paul George, 6'8", he was drafted. He actually grew to 6'10" in his rookie season, Steve, so he's a young guy that's dribble down the floor and physical.
Yeah, he may be 7'2",
54 seconds left now here in the second. Indiana moving it around. Rejected by
Nice block.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
Nais malaman.
Most efficient scores. And you look at the Beast.
Matagal na akong hindi narinig.
All players occasionally go through hot and cold streaks, but over the course of the regular season, he has shot a high percentage, and that's made him a go-to guy for his team.
Scola dishes to Hill. Feeds it to Stevenson. to Hibbert. He kicks it to Hill. And here's George. And it's blocked by
Huli ka na naman,
You know, they
boy.
built their lead here by doing all the little things well.
And one of those things has been rebounding, Clark, because they have really come out and taken control of the boards.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Richardson.
Iwan niyo siya,
Touch on the
boy.
finger roll. Beautiful. Richardson's got 5 points so far.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Taking advantage of the defense, really pounding it down low.
Stevenson passes to Hill. Kicks to Scola. To stop the drought. Misses the layup. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. 76ers lead by 9. And coming up after the break, it'll be Damon Bruce breaking down all the highlights from the first half of play.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
The weekend is in full swing on a Saturday night. Glad to have you along with us. For Philadelphia, they have the lead against the Pacers out in Indiana. They're facing a team with a lot of talent, but haven't backed down. The Beast has been the X Factor. He's up tonight.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment.
Take a look at what the Beast has done. 9 points and 3 denials. He's been their leader, stirring the drink at the offensive end and then anchoring the defense.
Well, it's a good example, Clark, of how you set the table for the rest of your teammates. He's really brought focus and energy to this game.
So on the floor for
Hoy,
Philadelphia.
out of bounds ka
Evan Turner
pare.
and Thaddeus Young at the forward slots. Carter Williams is out there with the Beast, and it's Noel in at the 5, roaming the paint. And Doris Burke has some force. Take a listen.
Hey guys, Roy Hibbert, the 17th overall pick back in 2008. But there were concerns about him, that he was too slow, not athletic enough. Hibbert
Medyo
said,
mainit
"People said I
ang
wouldn't be in the NBA.
laban sa
People
pagitan
said
ng
I wouldn't be a
Indiana
starting
Pacers
center.
at
I just proved people wrong, and hopefully I'll be
Philadelphia
the best when it's all said and
76ers.
done."
It is the bottom
He added, quote, "I will be
in
the best
East.
center in the league one day." With his remarkable improvement thus far, he's not far off.
Well, you combine that size and that will to dominate. He's become a big factor. Great stuff, Doris. Thanks. He doesn't get the second one.
Thaddeus Young last season stepping into the full-time power forward role for the Sixers. It's kind of a mismatch waiting to happen. He's undersized at 6'8", but way too quick for most of the guys guarding him.
He dishes it to Granger. 6 on the shot clock. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Granger's got 9.
Not trying to rattle any rims or racks there. Just up and in with the finger roll.
And for Thaddeus Young with the league going more towards quickness and mobility, Clark, that's certainly going to fit his strengths well.
That is absolutely right. He's not a really strong rebounder. His lack of size does make him vulnerable to post up. He's one of the best slashers in the game. In the end, the mismatches tend to usually play out in his favor.
Sheesh, Michael.
Outside Hill. The dish to George. He passes to Granger. Drills it from outside. 12 points for him.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
The 76ers leading by 7. Carter Williams gets to Young. And there's the pass to Carter Williams. Back to Young.
Yan ang congested natin.
The shot from the low post is good. Young's got his 3rd basket of the night.
I'll tell you what I love about him, his ability to finish even while absorbing contact. He is so strong, even with defenders hanging all over him. He continues to finish at the basket.
And also, there aren't many players better at anticipating an opponent's next move, waiting for his moment and then jumping in the way of a pass to come up with the steal. He's got that mastered.
Granger dishes to West. Passes to Hibbert. Outside, George for the 3, and the shot is good. George has got 5 points so far.
They've been good on all 3 of their shots since coming out of the locker room at the break.
One of the bright young head coaching stars in the league, Frank Vogel, took
Amen.
over the Pacers on an interim basis 3
Amen.
seasons ago and immediately paid dividends. They had a strong finish to that season and his first season in a competitive first-round series against Chicago, and That success has continued to build and grow, and Frank Vogel deserves a lot of the credit.
Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Hill passes to Granger, pulls it from the elbow, and again it's Indiana.
And still perfect here in the second half. 4 for 4 from the field.
And Coach Vogel, the second youngest coach in the NBA last season, but he's been working in the NBA for 15 years, Steve. Prior to that, prior to becoming a head coach.
Yeah, 5 years as a video coordinator, a couple seasons as an advanced scout, and then
What
8
a
years
nice
on the
pick
bench
and roll
as
play
assistant. So
by
he's definitely
76ers
put his
between
roots in and learned a lot on his way up the
Rollins
ladder.
Newell and Kyle Andrews.
Hill kicks it to West. Outside, George.
Ako. Tutulog sa pansiyatan.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Hawes comes in for Noel. And Arnett Moultrie subbed in for Thaddeus Young. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. And it's Granger penetrating. Watson bangs on the trifecta. Watson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. This one for 3. That one goes. Count it.
You know, umiinit na pare.
Pointers going down quickly at both ends.
Yeah, it took them no time to
Mr.
answer
Second
back on
Half.
that possession.
Walang palayo na itong player ko, Mr. Second Half.
Knocked loose.
This match side pa rin CJ Watson.
It's back to Hill.
Diba? CJ Watson pa diba?
And Indiana, another 3.
Well, after a horrible half of shooting, they've bounced back here in the second half and picked up their shooting percentage quite nicely. Well, George Hill, one of those unique stories, playing with his hometown Indiana Pacers, who's a native of Indianapolis and Broad Ripple High School, was drafted by the Spurs, played in their system for 3 years out in San Antonio, and was acquired by the Pacers in a draft day trade back in 2011, and it's worked out well for both teams.
The Pacers making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. Second chance shot. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
What a great game for Granger in this one. He has 14 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
Well, it's no secret. I mean, the more points he
What a lonely scene.
can come up with from out there, the better off they'll be offensively with their spacing.
First one falls for him. And prior to last season, the Pacers signing George Hill to a 5-year, $40 million extension.
He's a good player, a really good combo guard, can shoot it well from distance, can run a team. Maybe not a traditional point guard, but somebody who can help you win. I think he's a good move for the Pacers.
Dishes to Granger. Will not go. This is off the front iron.
4-10
4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. Here's Turner. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Turner's got his first bucket in this one.
Boy, what a half from the field they're having. They're going to extend that lead if they stay this high.
Now they've taken it up another notch. Looking very confident out there.
He feeds it to Carter Williams. Carter Williams off the pick from Andrews. Pass to Hawes. Here's the beast. Ranger covering. Here's Andrews. Carter Williams. Just 5 to shoot. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. Offensive rebound. Out to Turner. The feed to Carter Williams. 76ers moving the ball around. Here's the beast. He's covered by Watson. And Moultrie kicks to Hawes. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk. An indication there of why the scoreboard looks like it does. Very passive defense.
But the finish was anything but passive.
No, he hammered that down, Clark. Superb above the rim action.
Here is Watson. Johnson outside. Granger dishes to Johnson. Watson for three. It's rebounded by Andrews. The Beast's got his third rebound on the night. And it's Turner off the drive. Good. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
I don't know who was supposed to be on him there, but clearly a mistake by the defense.
Outside Hill. He kicks to Watson. Three-pointer. No good. Here's Andrews. Can't hit. And we've watched three so far in this one. 76ers ahead, up by 7. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And the final period of play just about to start. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Guys, their play close to the hoop has been great all game.
Now, I'll tell you, the other thing, guys, is the mid-range shot has been something that's really worked well for them tonight.
At the 1 and 2, George Hill and Lance Stevenson. Danny Granger out there with Roy Hill, and it's Hill at the small forward position. So that's the group out there for Indiana.
How about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
They have found their groove from deep, Steve.
Outside Hill. Stevenson, defended by Andrews. Outside Hill. Feeds to Hibbert. Working on Allen. Hibbert, the pass to Granger. Low block shot on the way. Can't get it to go. Excellent D there from Andrews.
Their rebounding has been off the charts today, guys. Reason number one, this game is out of hand.
Exactly. And the score is right where you'd expect it to be when the battle on the boards is that lopsided.
And Granger with the block. The drive by Hill. It's back to Hill. And foul called as he misses it. It's going to be on Michael Carter-Williams.
You know, last season, George Hill, really for the first time, was handed the keys to the team as the starting point guard for the Pacers. Played the most minutes of his career and responded with his best season yet.
And going back to George Hill, great length and athleticism at the point guard position, defensive-minded guy. He really fits with the hard-nosed identity of this team. Wouldn't you say, Steve?
Yeah, I love George Hill. Offensively, he shoots with range, and he's able to slash and draw fouls. Excellent rebounder from the point guard position. And you mentioned the length. I mean, the wingspan for Hill allows him to guard both ones and twos in the backcourt.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Frank Vogel addressing his team. He let his players know that they've got to do a better job on defense. He said they're scoring any way they want. We've got to show some pride here. Let's make a stand defensively, get us stops, and get on a run of our own. Do they have it in them, Kevin?
Thanks, Doris. Stolen by Anderson. Oh, and here comes Anderson all alone. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Textbook example there of how to use defense to create offense.
Yeah, beautiful transition play after the steal all the way to the basket.
Wasted no time going from defense to offense.
Yeah, it feels like they're starting to pick up the intensity as the game itself starts to get a little more tight and close.
And two shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot.
Kevin's capable of dominating every individual matchup physically. He's got incredible strength, and sometimes it's hard to really see on TV, but you know, when he's on the floor, he gets after you, and you have to be ready to play.
And Steve, you know, he's also got the full arsenal of moves in the post. I mean, you can't believe how many tricks this guy has up his sleeves. He's full of them.
Well, you got to love the season from David West last year, coming off the ACL tear back in 2011. I think he's completely back as far as that injury is concerned. He was so good last year, particularly in the playoffs. He's created some good opportunities for himself and made the most of them.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here.
Good on the shot.
Si Jason Tatum to. Yo, shout out Mycareer.
And so here is Philadelphia. And David
Shout
Wilson,
out
the
Toy.
long-term leader for the Pacers last season, helped lead them all the way
Yun,
to the Eastern
binakdakan.
Conference Finals, and a guy I know that you greatly admire.
Oh my goodness, love the way he does his work.
Malaking
He called it
ipik
Real
to
Deal 21.
para sa Philadelphia 76ers ang pagkawala ni Kyle Andrew sa kanilang lineup. Yan. Kaya sa mga Philadelphia 76ers fans dyan, hanggang sa muli.
Just what the pharmacist prescribed. Those three-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they keep it up.
All counted.
He's checked in for James Anderson.
Their low post defense has to show some improvement, guys.
Yeah, and of the last 10
Hits
points,
na naman.
Steve, 8 have come from
Then
inside.
hindi ako nakatingin.
Close game here, though. That's surprising considering they're rarely grabbing any rebounds.
Back to Granger. The tray.
Wala.
No luck. And Philadelphia the other way now. Out of bounds.
Super namang lakas pare.
Making a long pass like that is always a risky proposition.
A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Doubled by Andrews. Pass to Granger. Drills the baseline jumper.
Sometimes folks forget about his decent mid-range jumper. We can knock those down all game given a chance.
Second shot opportunity. And it's set
Wow.
back by Andrews. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here.
Malaking ipik to ka.
On defense, the 76ers. 9-point game.
9-point lead, 59-52 minutes in fourth quarter. Magkakaroon ba ng ipik to?
Outside Hill. Lock at 6. Granger right side.
Shout out sa two viewers. Oy,
Well, it looks like
viewers.
it's in his head right now. It looks tight. He's not producing, and his
Ano
team's
ba?
struggling as well.
4 blocks
Down
tayo.
low. Turner defended by George. Young slams it home for the putback.
Put back dunk by Darius Young.
Shaky defense down
The lead
low,
is
and
down
it's
to
been a
11.
mismatch in the paint.
I'm sure
Up
they
to
didn't
11.
go into this one expecting to get battered like they have
1
inside.
minute and 30 seconds left of time.
Hibbert
In the
kicks
fourth
to
quarter, Danny Granger was holding the ball. 4 seconds to shoot.
Granger
But
can't
he
get
misses.
that one to fall.
I think it's going to be tough for
And
them
with
to
the
keep this
rebound.
deficit if he keeps missing no kinds of shots, Kevin. I mean, they need his points.
And it lagging. My God.
Young dishes to Carter Williams. Philadelphia moving the ball around.
Oy. Kyle Andrew with the fake.
Here's Andrews.
Pull up jumper. No.
Grab their own miss.
Darius Young with the rebound. With the offensive rebound. And runs the well with the rebound pass a foul. He will be going on the line to shoot 2 free throws. Let's see if he's gonna make first free throw, and he does.
That is surprising, Clark. It's difficult to be in a game when you can't rebound.
The time is 1 minute and 2 seconds in the fourth quarter, and the score is 62 to 50 in favor of Philadelphia 76ers. And he made both
Noel, 6'11"
of
out
free
of
throws.
Kentucky, big wingspan, about 7'4".
George Hill was bringing the ball.
A chance to be an incredible shot blocker. Of course, following in the footsteps of Anthony Davis at Kentucky.
50 seconds on the clock.
Outside Hill.
He was just dribbling all around,
Outside.
and Danny Granger with the Hail Mary, but
It's
it's
rebounded
no
by
in.
Noel. And back to Noel. Still
And I
very
think
slender. The question for
we
him
will
is, Smith, does he
conclude
have the strength
that
to
this
play?
game
Not right now. He's got to get stronger. He's first got to recover from
That
that
this
ACL
game
tear that he suffered.
has
But
been in
if, in
favor
fact, he
of
can get
Philadelphia
stronger,
76ers
I love
as
his
there
motor,
was
and I like
only
his potential
20
to become
seconds
better
left on
as
the
an
clock.
offensive player.
There's a lot to withstand
Ooh.
inside in the NBA.
No question about it.
And Liu needs to shoot it, and it concludes our game.
The finger roll finish at the bucket.
With a score of 63 and 52
Here's
as
Carter Williams.
Philadelphia 76ers will not be going to score anymore, but no.
Can't get it to fall.
Yeah.
So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
So Philadelphia 76ers win by 63 and 52.
This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching
In a tightly close matchup
presented by
between
2K
the
Sports.
team
And
in
now,
the East
Jordan presents our
and the Jordan player of the games is Kyle Andrews. With his intense defense, even though he's struggling a bit during the first half of the game, but he bounced back during the second half. That's defense. Well, pwede na pare. Struggling a bit during the first half of the game. So, bounce back during the second half. Defense. Pwede na pare. So, it struggling a bit. Tingin ko, dito na muna natin i-end yung stream, guys. Thank you sa mga nanood. Thank you kay Rainlin Rostata. Mahal na yata kita. Then kay Michael. Kay Totoy. Good luck sa pagre-review mo dyan sa sa pagre-review mo para sa yung board exam. Hoping for the best lagi to eh. Susunod dadakdakan na natin sa LeBron. So, guys, hanggang sa muli. Try natin yung ibang laro next time. So, peace.